if you were pulled over and the officer looked at you and instead of writing a ticket, he said, I see you riding to work every day in this piece of crap truck. I'm going to give you a break. I'm going to just give you a new truck out of impound. We're not using them anyway. And gives the guy a new truck. He thinks it's great. He's bragging about it, and he's like all excited and thinking that it's the best thing ever. And then he goes to work the next day, and he goes to get in his truck, and Judge Judy's in there, and Nancy Grace, and all of the in-laws he's ever known, 3 ex-girlfriends, the tax assessor, and his mother-in-law in particular, right next to him. Every day going back and forth to work, he's got all these people chattering and weighing him down, and it's like a dread. That's a pretty impossible feat to do a commute with that kind of group. So every day he's going back and forth to work, and at the end of the day, Bob's going to think only one thought, and that's he wants his old truck back. There's always a catch with things when they're too good to be true, or when you're receiving something that you haven't earned. And same is to be said with sorcery and the dark arts. There's always something in return that you're going to have to give, and 9 times out of 10, even the people that are actively being rewarded by the dark arts for whatever they're doing and having all their dreams come true, soon realize, once it's a little late, that they just wish they could have their old self back and their old life back, with all the weight that follows and all the attachments and all the debt that they owe. There's never just success and everything without a huge payment, and it's never worth it. It's never worth it. You'll be wishing you had your old truck back. So that's just a word for some people that might need to hear that, and maybe an analogy they could remember when the evil comes to you and tries to strike a deal. And it's not like it is on TV, I don't think so much. It's where people mistake that. It's not like a guy comes and poofs at the crossroads, and he might, but I don't think it's quite like that. I think it's more subtle in smaller ways. And the more you sell yourself out to that entity, the more you owe. And when he's done with you, you won't have nothing left. You won't even want anything by that point, though. You'll want your old life back. So it's just a word of advice and an analogy to help maybe some of you guys out there to realize there is no good sorcery. And when you're meddling in magic to manipulate things, it's always dark. And you could have that same power by learning transmutation skills and living in the light with love and gratitude. And light always wins anyway. Sure, you need both sides, but that doesn't mean the humans need to be like that. There's plenty of entities and types in the dark realm already. They could manage it on their own to balance it. The earth is here for humans, not for demons, not for aliens. The earth is put here and made for humans, to be used by humans, and we have authority over them entities, if you realize it or not. And you can call out the name of Christ, and they have to obey, and they do. And so before you go and sell yourself out for success, maybe do some transformative work, and maybe try that avenue first, because at the end of the day, you won't owe yourself anything, and you'll also come up stronger. After all, one light worker is equal to 1,000 dark types. So that's a guarantee. Yeah, so before you're like Bob and you have to get in a car every day and commute back and forth to work with Judge Judy and Nancy Grace and all your in-laws, 3 of your wife's best friends, and your neighbor that's like so nosy every day back and forth, maybe think about that. What kind of weight and what kind of attachments come with that free truck. Like I said, you'll soon realize that you wish you had your old truck back. So be grateful for what you got, and if you want more, then work on your inner self, because then you'll have the ability to raise your vibration, and things will just flow and come naturally for you, and you won't owe anything to anybody. You'll be able to give. Many nations will borrow, but you will never have to. So like, share, and subscribe for continued videos, and you could email me at angelofauthenticity@gmail.com. That's also my PayPal account, and donations are always accepted for Don't Be Like Bob.